Good morning, students. In last lecture, we did how to arrange elements into symmetry elements into group multiplication table by two methods, by using actual geometry as well as by using Cartesian coordinates x, y, z. And we have done for C2H point group, and for assignment I have given C2B point group, and little bit we did C3B point group. Okay, but now all of you must have understood that how to confirm that you have done collection of symmetry elements for one point group. Okay, we have done group multiplication table. That is one idea to confirm the collection of all symmetry elements for one point group. There is one more method and there is one more topic in our syllabus, that is how we are going to divide this number of symmetry operations for particular point group into groups, subgroups and classes. Okay, so this is one of the syllabus, how we are, for example, if there is any point group uh, C3B for example, and all of you know H is equal to 6 here for C3B, H is equal to 6, this is the order of the point group, and this will have C3 inverse. In many books it is written like that, C31 and C32, doesn't matter. Okay, or in some books it is sigma V2 or sigma prime, sigma double prime, that doesn't matter. Okay, there are two axes of rotations and there are three plane of symmetries, that is important. Okay, either you write C31, C32 or C3 and C3 inverse, and sigma V prime, sigma V double prime, or simple sigma V1, sigma V2, sigma V3. Now, how to classify these symmetry elements, whether they are in one class or whether they will be in different classes? For that we need to have some procedure. So what is classes? Actually, definition according to molecular symmetry, classes definition nothing but sorting out elements of point group is called classes. We are just going to sort out how many axes of symmetry, how many planes of symmetry, whether they are conjugated with each other, and for that there is a method. And to understand how to rearrange these elements into classes, we need to know new operation called similarity transformation. Okay, this is important area from the syllabus, similarity transformation. And to do this similarity transformation, there are two methods. For these two methods, first, by using a group multiplication table, I'll not write details, GMTs. And second again, as we have used molecular geometry in group multiplication table arranging also, that same procedure. So by using molecular geometry, so we can confirm and even we can confirm that whether we have prepared our group multiplication table is complete, correct or not by these methods. Okay, so first method is by using group multiplication table, which is provided in the question paper, so no need to mug up or something. Or you can have a structure of any point group example, and from with different drawings you can do that. Now we'll do little bit general for this similarity transformation method, how to perform, how to divide by using similarity transformation these number of symmetry elements into classes. Okay, for example, if A and B are symmetry elements of any point group and X is also another symmetry element, so these are the symmetry elements for one point group. Okay, so in terms of similarity transformation, how we write? So we have to write from the right side, X is one of the symmetry element. We are going to do similarity transformation on A, which is again one of the symmetry element, and product of this we are going to do whatever the resultant of A and X first product, and then whatever the resultant answer for this A and X product, we are going to do product with inverse of this operation, and we'll end up with another symmetry element which is a part of again that point group. So this is very important. So how to read this? X, we have to start with the right side. X, similarity transformation on A by X inverse or inverse of X, this symmetry element, and which will end with the B product. Okay, so this is the x minus 1 is the inverse of x, and the product element, that is resulting product B, is called the symmetry transformation of A by x. Okay, this B is nothing but similarity transformation of A by x. So this is the equation or method, you can say. When this relation is satisfied for A and B, I mean if I write now similarity transformation of B by x, again same equation will be there, but product is A. Okay, so resultant product is A. So symmetry transformation on B by x will end with A, and which is again part of symmetry element of that point group. Then we call this A and B, these two are conjugate symmetry elements. Conjugate symmetry elements of that point group specific. See, we are doing this for particular point group. Okay, now there are three important properties of conjugation. We'll do that. So I'll just drag this. So three important properties of conjugation. So first, self conjugation. What is self conjugation? Every element is conjugate with itself. So for example, earlier we saw equation. Don't make habit of writing from left side. While writing the similarity transformation, always you have to start with x, A, x inverse, which is the inverse of this, and resultant is A. Okay, so similarity transformation on A by x will result into A, that itself. So this is the self conjugation. We call it as a answer is if the answer is same symmetry element where on which we are going to do similarity transformation, then this is self conjugation. Second point is mutual conjugation. So in this mutual conjugation, two symmetry elements will be involved. Earlier we did that. No, we did that example. So that means if there is a for mutual conjugation x, A, x inverse will result into B. Okay, this is, and we'll write y again, which is another element of that same point group, will result into A. Okay, so A is a symmetry transformation of B by y. This is y, and therefore we call it as A and B are mutually conjugated. Okay, this, but this x, y, A, B all are part of the same point group. Now number 3, associative conjugation. Now in associative conjugation, more than two symmetry elements are involved. Okay, if A is conjugate with B and C, then B and C are conjugate with each other. So this way, and set of elements which are conjugate to one another is called class of, I mean if A is with B and C, this B and C are itself conjugated with each other. So all these three, I mean these three will be in association. or in associative conjugation. This is the thing. Okay. So now we have to work out similarity transform. We'll choose one example and we'll work out this similarity transformation. Okay. Now we'll switch for how to work out this similarity transformation on any point group. And for that, we'll use first method, that is group multiplication table. Okay. By group multiplication table, which is provided in the question paper. No need to mug up. So we'll start with, for example, we'll choose point group C3b. Okay, and all of you know C3b has h is equal to 6. So C3 inverse, sigma V1, sigma V2 and sigma V3. Now we are going to, so what we are going to do, we are going to do divide these 6 symmetry elements which involved in this C3b point group into different classes. Okay, but there must be conjugation. You have to keep in mind either self conjugation, mutual conjugation or associative conjugation. So we need to do that, and we are going to do this by two methods. One method is group multiplication table and second method is by using molecular geometry, that means actual structure. Okay, so first we'll follow this group multiplication table. I have not drawn over here group multiplication table for C3b point group because it is everywhere in the table, or in next video I'll draw that. Okay, first I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so first we have to start with first symmetry element for each point group. Okay, so number one, similarity transformation. I'll write in short now. ST is similarity transformation on identity. Okay, so first we have to complete the equations. Now similarity transformation on identity, that means in our equation, all of you know this was the equation, A and x inverse is equal to, you can write A, B. So this A is nothing but E. We have to take this. Okay, so what I'll do, identity, here this will be my A. So first element is E. So inverse of identity is identity only. So answer I will get identity only. How I will get that I will tell you. Okay. Second element is C3. We are going to do similarity transformation on identity. Inverse of C3 is C3 inverse. See, here we'll need inverse of all symmetry elements. You have to keep in mind inverse of C3 is C3 inverse and C3 inverse is C3. Similarly, sigma V1, sigma V2, sigma V3 axis plane of symmetries are always self inverse of each other. That you have to keep in mind. Okay, own inverse. This will have own inverse. This is inverse of this and this is inverse of this. You have to keep in mind. Okay, so you need to get the answer for this. So first we'll write equations and then we'll see now third symmetry element C3 inverse. I'll just teach you how to write equations. Now I have written C3 inverse is C3. Okay, similarly we'll find answers later on. Sigma V1 identity. Inverse of sigma V1 is sigma V1. Okay, their own inverse. Sigma V2 identity, sigma V2. Sigma V3 identity, sigma V3. Okay, so this is the way of writing equations. Now this is similarity transformation on identity. If I have to write, see, we are going to find these answers. I mean these, we are going to fulfill these question marks by using group multiplication table which is provided in the question paper, right? You have to keep in mind. I have not done answers yet. Okay, now I am just telling you how to write equations. So second, similarity transformation on C3. Okay, now at the place of A, C3 will come. So I will write here C3 identity, inverse identity itself. So we need to find answer. Second, C3 similarity transformation on C3, inverse of this C3 is C3 inverse. Okay, then C3 inverse, I'm sorry, third symmetry element is C3 inverse. C3 inverse is C3. Then sigma V1, C3, sigma V1. Sigma V2, C3 sigma V2 and sigma V3 C3 sigma V3. Okay. Similarly, you have to write for similarity transformation on sigma V1, sigma V2, sigma V3. I'll just complete for sigma V1. You do for sigma V2 and sigma V3. Okay. So again here sigma V1 will be at the center. Product right side identity, and we have to get the product. Okay. Then second symmetry element is C3. Similarity transformation on sigma V1. Inverse of C3 is C3 inverse. Find the answer. Then third is C3 inverse. Similarity transformation on sigma V1 by C3 inverse. Inverse of C3 inverse is C3. Write this way. Then sigma V1. Similarity transformation on sigma V1 and inverse of sigma V1 is sigma V1. Sigma V2. Similarity transformation on sigma V1, sigma V2. Okay. And sigma V3. Similarity transformation on sigma V1, sigma V3. Okay. Now we need to get these answers. Everywhere. Okay. This is the way. Now similarly you can write for sigma V2 and sigma V3 and we can get the answers. But for this we'll need a group multiplication table. You need to follow. Okay. Okay. Okay guys. Now this is all of you know this is group multiplication table for C3b point group. Okay. You have to keep in mind. I have drawn already to save the time and place space also. Okay, this is the group multiplication table. This we have done already. Or if there is a question on similarity transformation or division into classes of point groups, then this will be provided with the question paper. Okay, but you need to be very careful while handling this group multiplication table. Now you know how to generate this. I will not go in details of this. Okay, this group multiplication table we are going to use to solve these equations, right? So now if come to this second equation, C3, always we have to follow this way, multiplication. So first do the product of C3 and identity. Okay, so C3 and identity, answer is C3. Here answer is C3. You have to keep in mind. Now C3 into C3 inverse, you have to do C3 into C3 inverse, answer is identity. So this question mark will be identity. Okay. Now third, C3 inverse into identity. So C3 inverse into identity is C3 inverse. Okay, your answer is C3 inverse. This is simple. Now C3 inverse into C3. C3 inverse into C3 is identity. So like this you have to solve. Now sigma V1 into identity is sigma V1 and sigma V1 into sigma V1 into sigma V1 will be identity. Now sigma V2 into identity, sigma V2 into identity is sigma V2. So answer for this will be sigma V2 itself. Now this sigma V2 into sigma V2. So sigma V2 into sigma V2, this answer is identity again. Okay, similarly sigma V3 into this way is sigma V3 and sigma V3 into sigma, this answer into this product, inverse of this. So sigma V3 into sigma V3, sigma V3 into sigma V3, here this will be the answer. So answer is identity. Okay. So when we do symmetry transformation on identity symmetry element, by all symmetry operations which are involved in C3b point group, we will end up with only one answer, that is identity. And if E is the only answer for all operations, then we call it as a self conjugation. Okay, this is self conjugation. That means identity is its own similarity transform and E is in a class by itself. E is in a class by itself. Okay, so class by itself, as it is a self conjugation, so H is equal to 1 subclass we can say, and this is also called trivial class. Special name for this is a trivial class. This is R. Okay. So this is a trivial class. Okay. Now similarly, we know how to write equations. Now go for second, similarity transformation on C3. We have done the equations and get the answer from group multiplication table. Then go for C3 inverse, sigma B1, sigma B2, sigma B3. For all equations, you have to get the answer from group multiplication table. I will do that in next video. Thank you for today.